In this tutorial, I'll introduce the Ohio Sensitive Crop Registry and the registration process. The Ohio Department of Agriculture has recently developed a new mapping tool called the Ohio Sensitive Crop Registry, or OSCR for short. OSCR is a completely voluntary informational tool designed to allow stakeholders an effective way to communicate and protect pesticide-sensitive crops and apiaries. Those who grow pesticide-sensitive crops, organic crops, forage and livestock, and those who keep apiaries within the state of Ohio are able to use the OSCR system to draw maps of their locations and share these maps with other OSCR users. Specifically, the maps can be used by licensed pesticide applicators when planning their spraying schedules and routes. Ohio law provides several safeguards for the protection of the community regarding the use of pesticides. For example, Ohio Administrative Code 901, subsection 51102, requires the applicator to notify any registered apiary if they're going to be applying a pesticide that's toxic to honeybees to a crop in bloom that's at least half an acre in size and within half a mile of the apiary. The same law also requires applicators not to apply pesticides in such a way that adjacent crops, pasture land, water, or other areas will be damaged or contaminated. OSCR provides applicators with a centralized and reliable source of pesticide-sensitive locations, so they can easily determine if they need to give extra care when spraying in certain areas, as well as providing an effective way to contact producers or apiarists if need be. In order to provide OSCR users with a convenient source of information while also protecting that information, the system is only accessible to those who complete the registration process and are approved by the Ohio Department of Agriculture. That means that your contact information, crop and apiary locations are not available to the general public. Information is only shared between licensed pesticide applicators, commercial agricultural producers, and registered apiarists who choose to use the OSCR system. The first step in getting started is to complete the user registration form. This form is fairly straightforward. Name, email, and a mailing address is required. This should be your home business address. If you're a business, you can just have a single person, some point of contact for your company, fill out the form using his or her name and email address. A pesticide business may have several employees under its supervision. Each applicator would not need to create their own account. A single business account can be created, and the username and password can be shared if several people want to search the maps but not register individually. If you would like to allow other registered users to see your contact information, you may check this Share Address Location box. Leave it unchecked if you don't wish to be contacted by other users. Please note, however, that your name will always be visible to other users in the search results. On the right side of the screen, you can select the type of user account you want to create. If you're an apiarist and want to map your hive locations, check the Apiarist box and supply the identification number that was assigned to you by the Ohio Department of Agriculture. If you don't have an ID number, remember that Section 909.02 of the Ohio Revised Code requires all apiarists within Ohio to be registered with ODA. So if you haven't done that yet, you can go to the Apiary program on the ODA website and register your apiaries. Once you're registered and have been assigned an ID number, you can come back to OSCR and create an account. Applicators can specify which category they best fit into: business, private applicator, or commercial applicator, and supply the license ID number assigned to them by ODA. Those who use restricted pesticides need to be trained and certified by ODA, after which they're given a license ID number. Given the nature of the OSCR system, only producers who grow crops for sale are eligible to register. There are a lot of situations where people are concerned about pesticides. Some people don't want them sprayed near their homes and trees or in their backyard gardens. Other people are concerned about mosquito spraying in their neighborhoods, and the site is not really designed for those locations. ODA personnel manually go through each registration request and each and every map location to make sure the data provided is reliable. And we don't have the ability to check and verify all of these areas where people don't want to be sprayed. That's not the goal with the system. So we're limiting users to commercial agricultural producers, specifically those with a minimum of half an acre of an individual pesticide-sensitive or organic crop. Producers may check which category they best fit into here. And of course, if you fit into more than one category, for example, if you're a producer and an applicator, or a producer and an apiarist, check whatever boxes apply to you or your organization and supply the required information as needed. After filling out this CAPTCHA code, simply click the Submit button, and the form will be sent to the Ohio Department of Agriculture. Depending on the number of forms submitted, it may take up to 2 business days for ODA to verify the user and approve the request. Once the request has been approved, you'll be sent an email providing you with your username and a temporary password to log into the site. Approved users can log in by clicking this Sign In link or by clicking this profile icon. In the next tutorial, we'll cover the map interface and how to draw agricultural fields.